Yo, what's going on, guys? Today I'm bringing you guys another top 10 list, but this top 10 list is going to be about 10 anime where the villain girls fall for the guy. Now, I already did a part 1 to this series. There's going to be a part 2, so if you haven't watched that video yet, please go check it out. But before we get into this countdown, if you guys haven't already, please make sure to subscribe to my channel, likes the video if you likes the video, and please make sure all notification bells are turned on. So without further delay, let's jump right into this video.
何の騒ぎだ。おお、ジェリコ様。あ？7つの大罪のバンか。どうやって牢を出たのか知らないが、とっとと戻。
Starting off this list is Jericho from the 7 Deadly Sins. Now, I just really love her character. I love her personality, and I just love her relationship with Bane. I really do like how their relationship started off when she first discovered him, watching over him in his cell, him breaking out, getting a nice little haircut from her, and just developing a nice awkward relationship. Another reason I like Jericho so much is she is part of one of my favorite ships in the 7 Deadly Sins. My first favorite ship being Merlin and Escanor, and the second being Bane and her. It just, I don't know, I just really love the chemistry that those two have together, how she tried to save Bane and, what's the little lolly name? The little elf lolly. Well, whatever, has she tried to save those two, even though she know that Bane is in love with her and she loves Bane herself. Just, her character is just very well done in my opinion. So that's why she makes this list at number 10.
それより張り切ってベッドを壊すなよ。ボロいんだからな。
遠くからではわからんかったが、こうやってよく見るとオタク、女みたいに綺麗。
Coming in at number 9 is Emperor from Bojo Shoujo. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the last part of that. So anyways, Empress from Bojo Shoujo. Now, the reason I really like her character is that she is basically a year there. Like, she met the MC during their middle school years, I believe, and after a slight fight, she fell hard for him. She was getting jealous that he was hanging out with another male character, and just like, she was basically like her first love, and she just wanted to, I think at first she wanted to control him, make him an ally, her subordinate. But if you have watched this anime or read the manga, you know he's basically like a free person. He liked having his freedom, and that didn't sit well for him. And from a certain standpoint, that made her love him even more, and that's one of the reasons she is on this list at number 9.
おいおい、いつ俺がオタクのものになったんだい。
出会った時からずっとこの私の中の深いところにお前がいる。バン。はじめまして。私はラクネラ。
どうもこんばんは。そうっすね。初めてっすね。
そのタフガイごっこ、いつも。
Coming in at number 8 is Ragnar from Everyday Life with Monster Girls. Now, even though she was only like a villain for, let's say, like half episodes, she was still a villain for the most part.
しているだけ。あんただってそうなんでしょ？下半身が反応して。
And that was only because she had a grudge against most of humans, because they only judge her for her outer appearance, because she is a giant spider for the most part. Even though only half her body was a spider, she is still a spider, and we know how judgmental humans can be. And yeah, she developed a slight hatred towards human, and once she found out there was a human who, for the most part, didn't show that type of grudge towards monster girls, she tried to prove that he was putting on a front, he was a false lie and all other things. But once she got to know him and found out he really was about that peaceful life, he really do enjoy being around monster girl, and that he had a leg fetish, and she had 8 of them, she slowly started to fall in love with him for the most part. And even though as of right now, she is one of my favorite girls from the Musume series. She is just a very well written character. I love her grown up appeal. She's just like, Out of all the monster girls so far, she's the most mature and
自首しますから
she's a very lovable
ラクネナさんは
character.
逃げてください
That's why she made this list at
幸運
number
を
8.
祈ります
Coming in at number 7 is Jiro from No Game No Life. Now, like the rest of the girls on this list, she started off like in a small confrontation with the MC, but after everything was resolved, she starts to, I'm going to say she starts to fall in love with him, but I'm not going to lie. Jiro went from being like my number 1 girl from the series to like number 3, because if you guys haven't watched the No Game No Life movie, please do so, because she plays a major part in that movie that just, I'm going to say, heartbreaking. And for some folks, it's going to make you like her just a little bit less. But anyways, here's Jibble on my list at number 7.
これがマスターの文献にあった三角関係のネトラレでございます。
And at number 6 is Kyoto from Bongo Dogs. Now, she is my favorite thing about this. Well, one of my favorite things about this manga. Her character hits on so many points that I like when it comes to a female MC, and I just really dig her. Now, she's a former assassin that was hired to, I think, either kill or kidnap our MC, but you know how things go. The MC managed to flip her, and over time they start to fall in love with each other, because there are hints that she likes him romantically and so on and so on.
地下に聞いた。女だけは殴れぬと。
At number 5 is Upper Row from Hunter and the Hot Spring. Now, I really do love this little dragon tail of a girl. She's very lewd, and I just love that part about her. And I also love her whole character design, short hair, eye patch, and just like a nice slim build. Plus, she, like I said before, she's very, very freaky, and I love that aspect about her. At first, she was in a little scuffle with our MC because her master is a basically dumbass, and to serve her master to her best of ability, she kidnapped some of the MC girls and tried to get them to marry some jackass, but y'all know that ain't work out. But you know how things go. MC always come up and basically won her over. Now she wants to make babies with our MC from Hunter and the Hunter Hot Springs, but
次の人生じゃ絶対にうまくやる。要領のいい嫌なことは全部他人のせいにできる。そんな人間に馬こらせ
making the list at number
絞り尽く
4
せ。
is Kid Shot for the Monogatari series. There's not much I can say about this girl. You should know her from many of my other lists. This girl continues to make this my list of whatever, and I'm thinking about retiring her from my list for a while, because she really is one of my favorite characters of all time, and there's not much I can say about her. She started off as a villain, and she slowly started to, after some certain events, started to fall for our MC over time, and she just is a really good character, and I loved about her. That's why she's on this list at number 4.
でもわしが許さん。爺様の痛みはわしの痛みになってしまうのじゃが。苦痛を与える暇もなく気絶させてしまえば問題はないようじゃの。
まさか全員揃った上に魔王候補までいるなんて。せっかくだからみんなの魔力私が全部もらってあげるわね。
Definitely in my top 5. This was a hell of a anime, and I'm really enjoying the manga too. And Lisa Lata is like a big part of it. Now, she started off as an enemy mainly because, well, I'm not going to spoil it because for some reason a lot of people have not watched 27, but let me just say it was somewhat reasonable. But anyways, she started off as a villain, and slowly but surely, like all of the girls on this list start to fall for the MC. And all in all, she just is a really good girl. Love her. Like I can say, she out of all the girls in 27, she is the most eaches, and I love that part about her. I love that part about almost all the girls on the list because for some reason, almost all the girls on the list has a nice eachiness to them, and I just love each of the girls. But anyways, so that's why she makes this.
帯をやろう。
ありがとうございます。敵の施しとはいえ、金は金だ。ありがたくもらっておくぜ。
Coming in at number 2 on this list is Estes. Now, out of all the girls on the list, she is the one I wanted to have a happy ending the most. I don't know why, just that I feel that she deserves a happy ending. Now, for those of you who hasn't watched this anime, let me just put like a slight warner. There's tragedy one after another. There was some shiny bright moments, but it was just, this is one tragedy of the anime. But to me, Estes was one of the shining points of this anime. She's just a very nice, strong character. I really do love her personality, her slight Yeder type personality, the mature vibe that she gave off. She just was one hell of a character in my opinion. That's why she makes this list at number 2.
あの空飛ぶ娘のことじゃ。
ああ、あいつは、一度会った気がするんだけど、なんつったっけかな。
ごまかしている。もしや、これが世に言う浮気。
Making this list at number 1 is Boya from One Piece. Now, we all know there really is no romance on One Piece, but if there were, I would be shipping Boya and Luffy. And I really don't know why. I really do love their relationship, how it's all started, and how she is now madly in love with Luffy to the point where it's funny. But we all know the chances of her ending up with Luffy are very slim. But I do still ship them. Just might be a slight chance. Hell, Luffy is a pirate. He might just take Boy and Nami. But that's I don't know. I just hope one of these days, one of these shonen mangas that have the balls to make a true hero. But anyways, Boa is like my 3rd favorite girl from this anime, with no second. Robin number 1, her number 2, and Nami number 3. And I really do love everything about her. Like I said, most of these girls make this list mostly because of their personalities and how I feel about them. And she is well deserving of the number 1 spot in my opinion.